Welcome everyone. In today's training, we are going to build the live webinar funnel step by step, including the copy, including the automations, tags, sequences, media, graphics. Okay, let's start. So first about a webinar. What is a webinar? How long it is around? Well, basically, a webinar is a seminar on the web. And as you know, seminars or workshops were here 1,000 years ago, even from the Aristotle time. So the webinars are not going away. So you better get used to it. And especially if you are in the expert-based business, or you're selling advice, or you are service-based business, webinars are one of the best methods for you to get new leads, to demonstrate your expertise, or to close some sales. So that's why it's important in nowadays, in this age, to know to do these webinars, especially when they're live. People want live content. And today I'm going to show you how to build this live webinar funnel from end to end without using expensive webinar software. As you know, in example, Zoom webinar, it's $150 per month. You have others like Webinar Jam or similars, which are all stealth webinar. There are many platforms out there. So we'll do hack, how you can build full live webinar funnel without having a webinar software. Sure, you can use the software, especially if you're down the road and you have 500 or 1,000 participants, then sure, maybe you need the webinar. But if you're starting, it's not a must. Even at the high level of participants, I would say up to 2,000, this method will work. The main thing with the other webinars is that you might have better moderator rights or better automations. What you need a landing page software, and you need email provider, email marketing provider. So let's hop to Kartra. So this is what we're going to use today as our main driver. And before we start, as I was saying many times, it's best to have the copy in advance. In example, I have already the copy for the landing page and for the emails. I will open the copy now, because when you are building into a software, it's difficult for you to think for the copy at the same time. That's why, in my experience, it's best to have the copy in advance. And that is also nice because you will know how you like your landing page to look like. So without further ado, let's start. We are just first going to build a webinar registration page. So I will share this stuff. So we went to these My Pages, we clicked plus button, and then we went to the webinar registration page, and we have selected this template. This template we have selected, and it is launched, and we started building it. So I will continue with that. I will click Edit, and now we are going to open Excel. You see I'm using here REM 1.2 REM for the font size, and this is for the line height. It's EM. So attention real experts. Then we go exclusive live training, reveals how to actually become an ad tech. So I'm going to paste it. How to actually become an ad tech operator and get paid for your knowledge online day in, day out. So I'm going to make this yellow. You can customize it to whatever you want. Let's try a smaller font, maybe 1.8, 1.6. No, that's too low. We're going to go 1.2. This is fine, and then I will make this live training also yellow or orange. Yeah, we're good to go. So the next says, even if this is your first rodeo. So this is usually it is a smaller text. It looks fine. It's 1.0, but I will go with 1.2 REM to be consistent. So usually this subheadline is italic. So to differentiate, so to be easier to read, we will use this option. However, if you want to go from start, you need to go here, components. You're going to click columns. You're going to drag and drop here. And now you can play. You see there all the options, all the percentage are there. So let's continue. Here, I want to be 50-50 percentage. So I will go here on the right. And I will enter an image. So here it is nice to have a custom graphic of the webinar, but now I will put just my picture. We're going to go to components, images. We're going to add here an image. You just need to drag and drop it and to be on the green. That's fine. I will delete the video this time. And I will add the image. So I'm going to click it. No image selected. I have already pre-uploaded my image. Confirm, apply. That is it. It's nice and large. So we go on this live webinar, you will learn. I will duplicate this because I like that size. I'll go here. I'm going to paste that, and also this time we are going without the italic. Then we have the bullet points. That's great. I'm copy pasting from the copy. As I said, it's important to have the copy in advance. So we go back to Kartra. This is bullet number 1, the focus strategy to assure a product market fit for your course every time. It's really important to have curiosity in these bullet points because people will want to come on this webinar. The next is the 2 reasons why 90% of new experts fail and the exact steps to avoid this trap and succeed where others fail. I love this copy. Then is the car wash test. I will use it here. When you have the copy, it's easier. But if we had to build a copy here, it would have been more difficult. How to do the car wash test to know whether you have built a perpetuum mobile students conversion. I will duplicate this. That's why I like Kartra. You can duplicate things a lot. And you can use the same templates. Okay, and the battle test TAT or T method for making great courses and digital products. So now we come to the time zone. So basically there are 2 schools of thoughts. The first one is for you to add the time here, so people to know when the live webinar will be happening and they to reserve their spot. And the second option is to leave it blank and tell the timing on the next page, on the thank you page. So why is that? Because there are different time zones. When you're going to enter the time here, people will start thinking like, will this work for me? Am I available then? Will there be a recording? So I'm in this time zone, I need to convert it. So the conversion rates will be lower, and especially at the beginning, it's important for you to have people registered on the webinar, and then you can follow up with them. So maybe at the start is okay not to use this timing. Only exception is if you work only in one country. In example, you work only in Dubai, and everyone present will be from Dubai, and then you are going to make the timer. Here is an example. If we decide to have the timer, there are many options. Is it fixed date and time based on when they have landing on the landing page, or also you have many options based on tag, dynamic, fixed. But here we will go with fixed. Let's say we're going on live next Wednesday, and it will be at 10 a.m. So we'll go here. And if we try and make this page live, I'm going to publish it, and I'm going to pick our domain. Boom. So we're going to open it and share this tab. You see the timer is working. It's calculating. So it's up to you. We're going to go back to Kartra. We are going to leave it for now, but if you're starting, I would recommend for you to use it without timer. So that is it. Reserve my spot. Let's see what is our call to action is. Yes, reserve my seat now. It's important for this to be actionable. So we are going to change it here, apply. That is it. And the link, we need to pop an opt-in form. Let's find something which is interesting. I'm going to drag and drop this. So this is only a placeholder, as you see. And here is also to know the text. I'm saying in this copy, enter your name and email below to register. I'm going back to the copy. It says your registration is confirmed. I have duplicated the site. And now we are going to work from the beginning. It says your registration is confirmed. This is important for people to know that they have succeeded. I'm going to delete this. Let's please save the date and time in your calendar now. We're going to do this. And then we have the text. I will make it this a little bit smaller. And on the left. This way it looks fine. I will delete this. We delete this. Delete this. So you can complicate it here. You can have a thank you, welcome video. That's a nice practice that will increase the percentage of people who will sign up. And put some enter. And here is one important thing to consider. You see here, I have put two options. I just sent you an email with additional information, so keep an eye out for that and make sure you attend live, because there are two options how you will incentivize for them to come to the training. Number one is you will be able to ask me questions directly, or there is option there will not be any recordings for people to be motivated to come. So in this case, we are going to delete this. There will be no recordings. You will be able to ask me questions directly, because we are going to build this thank you page where they will be able to watch the replay. Okay, looks like we are fine. We're just going to publish it live. Get the page link again. We need to go to our domain, open it into a new tab to check it. Everything looks fine. So we can customize it, make it even nicer, but this is good enough for me. It's important for you to understand how you can build it. Now we need to create the form. We will create a form. It's webinar for experts form. We're going to create it because now we have a dummy font. If you have a coffee with you or tea, feel free to drink them with me. So because it's webinar, I'm fine with first name and email. If it was a small lead magnet and we're just starting, only the email would have been fine. We're going to save. Let's go. And here we can add practically everything here. So you can middle name, last name, company, phone, address, state, website, Facebook, Twitter, everything, CAPTCHA. You can create a custom field. If anyone, they can, example, choose whether they want a Zoom call or direct phone or Skype. So you can play with this form a lot. Save and next. Confirmation, single opt-in. Single opt-in means that they will not need to confirm the email address. We're going to go with a single opt-in this time. Success page. This is why we have created the thank you page first. So we are going to thank you page, webinar for experts. We're going to save it, save it next. Welcome, do not send welcome message. Why? Because we're going to build a sequence. If it was just a lead magnet, you can deliver it here. automation tags. Yes, we are going to create a tag, create a new tag, webinar experts March opted in. That way we know who has done what in the past. List, yeah, we're going to add them to a list. We're going to add them to a general leads list. I think I'm for not having too much list. One of customers, one of leads with different tags, it's fine. Subscribe to sequences, so we can subscribe them here, but we are going to go directly to the builder. I wanted to show you advanced automations. Here you can do tons of things. Lead field this form, so you can make a lot. So you can subscribe to a list, assign tag, assign custom filter, give points and subtract points. This is really interesting for account-based marketing. An example, if they filled a webinar, you can give them 15 points. If they watch some of your video, add another 15 points. You can calculate an example. If they make 100 points, you can make an automation and start an automated sequence. An example, sequence for booking a call. So we are going to be without automation this time. Same as the next. Where are you planning to display form? We'll use it in cart. Otherwise, you can embed it in example on WordPress site or any other site that you have. But now we're going to use Kartra. Save and next. Boom, we are done. So now we need to tell the software that this form is done. And to check everything, I'm opening it and let's go to the button. Link, it's the opt-in form. You have to tell the software what is happening. So I'm saying webinar for experts opt-in. So that is it. Enter your name and email below to register. I will also put yes, reserve my seat now in order for them to be more likely. That is it. Apply. You can do different types of effects, bounce, side from right, side from left. The field size, you can make it larger or you can smaller. You can change the form, you can change the style, you can do everything. But for now, because we are live, we are fine. I'm going to done, publish live, and now we're going to test it. I'm going to open it. Looks fine. Yeah, the timer is working. So now I will open this temporary email service. When I'm going to find an email address, which is only 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to copy it to the clipboard and I'm going to test it. Reserve my spot. Let's refresh it. Yes, enter your email to register. So I will say Daniel, email, I would like to receive further communication and GDPR. So this is not a must, but the GDPR is must. Sign up and your registration is confirmed. So everything looks like that it works. So let's check whether the email will come. It won't come because we haven't made a sequence. So now let's go back and make a sequence. So this is really important. You have to have emails if you want to do a live webinar. If you have an email list, you need to do the promo. If you have someone who has registered, you need to remind them that the webinar is happening in 1 hour. You need to send the replay. You can have a sequence to offer different types of products or services. That is also possible. So we are going to build that sequence now. I'm going back to the dashboard. We're going to go to My Communications. And we're going to build one sequence. So is webinar experts sequence is the same. We made a Grammarly check, created, and this is really powerful. You see, you can do a lot of stuff here. So let's do automation. So whenever someone fills this webinar, this form, or you can go with the tag. Whoever has this tag as a starting role, Now we will go with the tag because it is a March event. I want to send these emails to someone who has registered for this March event and we're going to save it. And that means we have the starting rule. And what we want to do next, we're going to send one email right after previous step, or you can wait number of days. So we're going to do it right away. Communication, confirmation of webinar registration. That's fine. Gateway, I'm going to use my email. Anyone reaching these steps will be sent. Next, split test. You can do a split test and send different types of emails, but we're going to do it single email. And now is the content. So now we are going to open the emails. As I said, you need to have them in advance. So I have this email 1 sent after registration. So up to 1 hour before is the second email, and we have 20 hours after the webinar ends. We can make an offer. Let's go. Sent after registration. Subject: save the date. Your registration is confirmed. And now I will copy the body text. So now I have the link blank, but we need to put the link of the webinar page. We will do that later. So this is fine. We can send a test email. Again, I'm going to use temporary email address that I have. I'm going to click send test email, send it, boom, and I'm going to open it into the temporary email inbox to see whether the email will come. You should always do multiple tests, not only one. I'm going to refresh it. I'm sure it will come, but it needs time. You see, save the date, the registration is confirmed, checking whether the email looks fine. It looks fine. I love it. So we are going to continue. And next, automation, we will not create an automation here. So we are going to connect it. Let's make it nice and round and activate it. Perfect. So we need another email. And you can go full-blown with this. You can have 10, 15, I have seen even 30 emails sequence, but 5 to 7 emails are fine. Executive on specific date, because we are going to run it on 10 a.m. on the 30th of March. We are going to remind them one hour before. So that's why I have executive on specific days, but you can wait a number of days or hours. Reminder for start of webinar. That's okay. Gateway is the same one. Anyone reaching this step we do not want a split test. Now is the content. It's important to have the email in advance. So the title will be webinar alert. We're starting now. You need to be short in this. Click here to join the webinar before it begins. So we need to put that link. Other than that, looks fine. I'm going to connect it and activate it. Perfect. So I will do only one more email. You get the picture, how things work. We are going to do it again on specific dates. So we are going to send the next day after 24 hours. Sending replay. You can choose not to send the replay, but especially at the start, it's important to send the replay because more people attend the webinar, more people you will get new leads or new customers right away or new customer down the line. So now I will show you one automation. This is it. So this first name, what means? Those are dynamic variables. So because when we had the form, we asked for people to send the first name and we can address them like it's a dedicated email for them. That's why I'm doing this. So you can have the last name, email address, state zone, IP, country, affiliate link, JV, and or custom fields. And if you have any custom fields, you can put everything here. An example, if you have custom field for a job title, if the job title is, I don't know, senior, you can put it here, like a senior associate. Hi, hey, John, how are you doing at your work? Are you still senior associate? I'm just making example. And here you can have an offer here or send a series of sales emails to anyone who watches the webinar. So you can have 3 to 5 email sequence here, but we will not do this now. This is fine, but I would strongly suggest for you to have some kind of offer on the webinar or some kind of call to action. Example, they might join your community, your group. I have just launched a new group on Facebook. It's called Infopreneur Secrets, and it's again the same. We activate it, we're going to connect it, and this is done. Perfect. So you can add as many emails as you want. You can add a wait or go to, you can have a split section, but for me here is fine. I will end the sequence here. That means it's complete. Done and exit. We are in the middle of live webinar funnel build. Let's go here and we need to create the replay page or the live page where you are going to deliver. So we want to have the same flow. That's why we're going to select the same template. So webinar experts replay page. Category. I'm going to create it. So we will need to use this link into the emails. So I will say come and join the live webinar. Do not need anything else, so I will delete it one by one if Katra allows me. This is a little bit tricky, but we'll make it happen. If you work with software, you should be ready to do things twice, thrice, as many times as needed. So go to the column tab, and I will increase the size. I will delete this, so it will be 100%. I will decrease it a little bit because I want to make sure that this works on mobile as well. And it's really important for you to work mobile first, because most of the traffic will come from the mobile. You can have the webinar presenters, but in this case, we do not have them. And again, we are going to delete these social media images. We do not need them. So this is the video. So now we are going to do one hack. What you're going to do, you're going to schedule. You need a YouTube channel for this if you don't want to pay for those webinar softwares. So you are going to go to your channel. I'm going to my channel in the background on another tab. And you're going to schedule the training live, and you will get the link here. So I will put the link here, and people will be able to join. And you need to put it as unlisted video. That means it won't be on the internet. Only people who have the link will be able to watch it. So this is one of the previous live that we had. But if this was scheduled, Headlamp would can be scheduled for 30th of March in this case. And when the live will finish, you will have the same link, so you will be able to send everyone back to this page. So we're going to publish live, so you can send the replay right away. So you do not need to pay for those expensive webinars and also webinar softwares, and you can monitor everything on the YouTube side. If you have many attendees, it's good to have an admin. So let's check it. So I'm going to refresh it for you to see how it looks like. Change it to Dan. You see, everything looks fine. So I would just copy this tab in order to put it into the sequence. Publish live. Okay, we are almost there. It was really interesting. So you can complicate this a lot. You can have an offer at the thank you page. You can have upsells, downsell. You can have many things, but we need to do this fast as possible. I'm going to edit this sequence, and to show you what you need to do if you want to edit some of the emails, I will just go to the email content. So here is the link, hyperlink. Use this button. And it's really important to have HTTPS, otherwise it will be not secure. Edit it, close, then here is the reminder. You will put the link here also as well. and put the link, and you can use that. Send test email, cancel, edit. You see now it's fine. So, and also sending the replay, you can use the same link. You can have different type of links, but for the time being, this is fine. Other than that, we are fine. Okay, that is it. Done and exit. So we are ready. We have built it in half an hour. If you're doing this correctly, probably you will need 1 day or two, because you need to have the copy, you need to think the emails. It's not an easy job, but you can build a funnel in 30 minutes. If you want me to do more videos like this, just let me know. Write in the comments what do you want me to cover. And hope it was helpful. You can join my free community infopreneurship secrets group. It was really a fun day for me. That was it. Daniel out. Bye.